Hiya, and welcome back to Remember the Flowers. The game that teaches us that, that your savior might... Okay, well, the game that teaches us that if your savior is a stinky yellow wolf, then you're probably going to get sold to the black market. I actually put a lot of effort into my appearance right now. You can't see it, but my hairstyle looks very similar to Cyrus's hair from the ad for Arc 4. It looks very similar. Anyways, let's just hop right in, and all my save files are busted. So we gotta go down here to Chapter 14. Let's hop right in. Chapter 14. Exercise caution. Before I know it, another month passes in the blink of an eye. I still wonder if my perception of time is different from others. Hiya. Once we got back, I started going to the gym for a lot more than just rehabilitation. Karen has been teaching me more than just self-defense, even though I can tell there's no real technique involved. She's not a martial artist, but she knows how to do damage. That's all I really need. Karen yells at me from across the gym. Alright, Sai. Any more and you'll knock it off the hook. Come on, time for a break. Okay. I take a deep breath to stabilize myself before I make my way to Karen and Kanto. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. When did you get here? About 10 minutes ago. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you had a vendetta against punching bags. Was it swinging too hard? No such thing. Though in all seriousness, you'll tucker yourself out if you keep using all your energy like that. Karen lowers herself into a boxing stance. I know Talon is teaching you how to use a knife, so I want you to try to practice quick but precise strikes. She starts punching the air in multiple different areas. I'm not a knife kind of gal, but they can do some serious damage with minimal effort. I nod along to her demonstration. That's what I was basing my hair on. Like, let me adjust it a bit more. Let me adjust my hair a bit more. Just make it a bit more wild. Like, I have a very similar hairstyle. I am wearing my hair in a very similar way right now. Like, oh my god. Kanto hands me a canister of water, staring at me. What? What happened to your scars? Oh, Vita helped me cover most of them up. If I'm going to be out in public more often, I want to look less conspicuous. As if anyone's going to miss that snow-white hair of yours. You kept the scars on your chest? Oh, yeah. I place my right hand over them. These are the only ones I have some sentimental value for. Thank you, Dr. Kiao. But the shaved part. See, I have that hairstyle with the shaved part. I actually do have a side cut in real life. You can't see it because it's super secret. But yeah. It's like there. And yeah. Thank you, Dr. Kiao. That's not all that bothers me. It looks like you're making some scary good progress. You were a twig when we first met. Now you look like you could handle an arm wrestle or two. I don't know a ton of humans, but I wasn't expecting your gains to be so fast. Yeah, hiya. He says with some skepticism, which makes me panic a little. Hiya. Oh, Vita's been helping me with energy drinks and supplements. I swipe up my Axiom inventory screen and then pull out a thin but long case made of plastic. It's filled with medicines shaped like gumballs that are brown and smooth. I wanted an easier way to take my serum on the go, so Vita came up with these for me to store. I think back to when I was theory crafting these with Vita. When we got back from our trip, I went straight to Vita with advice on what I should do when out in the field. They were hesitant, but they figured out how to make compact balls of medicine for me. The main idea was to make it edible rather than something I drink. From what I understand, the Axiom doesn't play well with loose liquids. That's why you'll see that water the hyena concocted everywhere around here. Vita hands me the fruits of their labor, their first attempt at a medicine ball. You shouldn't need to visit me that much anymore, if at all with these. I can have them shipped to your room on a weekly basis. Yeah. That's amazing, thank you. Will they be able to help me with my energy issues? To a point, yes. I suppose it can give you a quick burst of energy in a pinch, but I wouldn't rely on it. Vita pauses while they stare at me before writing something down in their notebook. They look annoyed. What's wrong? Do they taste bad or something? No, I made sure to make them with synthetic cocoa powder, like you asked. Then what's wrong? After your most recent physical, it was apparent just how much progress you made. It's not normal. Your physique has improved much faster than I thought it would. Is it a bad thing? Well, how should I put this? It's not like you to mince your words. That must be a first. Then I won't. Cyrus, your body isn't suited for long-term combat. I don't know. I think I could hold my own in a fight. You absolutely can, especially with that bizarre ability you told me about. But don't forget, you're over 300 years old. Your body might be getting back on its natural course of life. You're willingly heading into danger, not to mention you're taking supplements that haven't been fully tested yet. Just taking in your physical conditions, if you continue down this path, you probably only have another 30 years to live, if you're lucky. Oh, shit! Damn. I decided not to tell them that part. I think 350 is a good age to die at. However, I make it a point not to tell my friends about that fact. I don't want them to fret over me any more than they already do. I hope they'll understand. He is not going to be happy. Aaron is not going to be happy. Eventually, I take out a medicine ball before popping it in my mouth. Vita really made them taste like candy, to the point that I have to stop myself from eating more than I should. I can fix my lack of energy on the fly with these, though I still have to be careful. Wow. Wait, Vita made them? I want to try! Sorry, no can do. Ask them about getting your own, but they made these specifically for me. I don't want you to get sick. Please? No. Worth a shot. Still, it's strange seeing you this pumped up. Do you really want to join us? I do, yes. In that case, maybe we can spar sometime. Don't insult him, Ring. He's not as weak as he looks. How's that insulting? He only fights people he knows he can win against. Scaredy cat. It's not like that. He grumbles. You look a little out of my weight class, to be fair. You have good muscles. That gives Kanto an excuse to flex his guns. Glad you noticed. One of the perks of being a dragon is that it's easy to maintain muscles. Yet you're too scared to get into an actual fight. I have my reasons. I know. Just teasing. That timing couldn't have been more perfect. I could go easy on you if you'd like. Gee, thanks. Wait, so she's serious? You don't like to fight or something? Absolutely not. But you're so... I inspect him top to bottom. Other than Karen, he's probably the beefiest member of the team. Well endowed. Star's not here, at least as far as I know. Karen snickers. His boobs are big, but not as big as mine. She flexes her arms and chest, causing me to laugh. God, you're both so annoying. Then what's the problem? It's nothing to be ashamed of, man. Seriously. Well, it's just that being a hybrid makes it scary to get hurt. If I got into an accident, I'd be screwed. Even Tensia hasn't made a lot of progress on treating hybrids in serious cases. My blood specifically is a mess to work with. I see. That's a valid concern, to be fair. That gets me thinking. Could you use my blood? What? Well, I am a pristine carrier. Could my blood help you? Hiya. That's... I don't know. That's something to look into, though. Are you sure? Despite the morbidity of the topic, I'm glad that seems to put his mind at ease a little. I don't see why not. Just don't drain me dry or anything. Maybe I can get you a few bags of my blood for Christmas. What's Christmas? Oh, I'll, tell you later. I talked to CAI mentally. CAI, what time is it? 2:15. Oh, shit. Sorry to cut this short, but I'm supposed to meet Talon at the shooting range. That's what I came to pick you up for, actually. He said he was running late, too. Okay, this is going to sound awful, but, like, whenever you posted, like, whenever this popped up, first thought that came to mind was, was Cyrus, just lying on the ground, a fucking raisin. Just Cyrus lying on the ground, a fucking raisin, sun-dried Cyrus. Just sun-dried Cyrus laying on the ground like a raisin, just being, water! I don't know why I found that funny. Yeah, Karen would probably cry. I get my shirt back on. Hope Silver doesn't mind me being sweaty. Are you going to shoot with us? Yup, I'm a little rusty myself. Talon said he'd help me learn to snipe. Hiya. Lazzy Waffles 09. Cool. Perfect gun for a scaredy cat. I'd like to see you handle something like it. Way ahead of you. She uses that as another excuse to flex her good bicep at us, eliciting an eye roll from Kanto. Can we go now? Sure, scaredy cat. Don't you start with that too. The sounds of resistance. What did I think of Buff Cyrus? I really like his hair. I really like his hair. So much so that I stole his hairstyle. I'm literally wearing it right now. The sounds of resistance soldiers firing resonates throughout the room. This firing range reminds me of a bowling alley in a weird way. Maybe. There are even tables set up for people to talk casually at. Silver reserved 2 lanes for us. I'd held a gun a few times since I escaped, but it's still a weird feeling. Silver picks up on that right away. Remember, you control whether or not someone gets hurt with a gun. I've seen your knife work. Just think of it as a long-range knife. That's a strange comparison, but I guess I can see where you're coming from. It's just kind of weird, oxymoronic in a way. What do you mean? I became a doctor to try to save people. Now I'm being trained to kill. Isn't that kind of ironic? You're still saving people, Cyrus. Don't forget that. I guess you're right, but still. According to Silver, the more you kill, the less you feel about it. He's right. I haven't felt that kind of guilt in a long time. I'm not particularly proud of that fact, but we have a job to do. And if you want to be part of that job, you have to be comfortable pulling the trigger. Silver holds up a pistol at the barrel for me. He's right. No more hesitation. There's too much on the line. After mustering up the confidence to do so, I take the gun and then stare down the lane. Each lane is separated by its own wall, along with a shelf acting as a barrier from walking down the lane. There's a target board shaped like a person 50 feet away. Does this have the laser sight like I asked? Thanks to yours truly, yes. To get you started, we got you a more primitive model. Do you recognize it? It's a gun. That's all I can tell. Get acquainted with it. It's yours. There's a button near the trigger for the laser, so you can turn it on and off at your leisure. Okay. I steer myself in getting to a firing position. Not bad. You sure you're still a newbie? I've had some coaching. Let's just leave it at that. I turn the laser on. From this far away, the slightest movement changes the trajectory quite a bit. Wait. Before you fire, put your earplugs and safety goggles on. Oh, right. I gently put the gun down on the shelf to put my protective equipment on. You should be thankful. As a human, you can wear some pretty effective earplugs. What do you use? Depending on the species, nothing. Sometimes we just stuff cotton balls in our ears and pull them out when we're done. Some people use energy-based guns for that reason. They're not nearly as loud. The downside is that they're usually a lot bigger than a traditional gun. Silver puts on a pair of goggles and lays his ears back before he picks up a decent-sized rifle. Quick bursts are fine, but firing too much and too often could damage your ears. Accommodate for the fact that your eyes aren't the same level as your gun. Take a deep breath. Silver pauses before firing exactly one shot down the line. It hits the center of the target's head. Take your target out. That's all there is to it. Uh-huh. Speaking of, I'm going to head towards the sniping range. Meet you back home after practice, babe? I'll have to take a rain check. Sorry. I have the strangest feeling that there is going to be a falling out between Silver and Kanto. I have a feeling that they are going to have a huge argument and break up. I don't know why, but I think that might happen. With a scoff, Kanto makes his way out of the firing range. I can't help but stare at Silver in confusion. He catches me and snaps at me. Don't ask. Wasn't planning on it. I say with exasperation, last thing I want to do is agitate an armed assassin. Well, I'm going to start practicing. Let me know if you need help. He's not looking at me, but at the exit Kanto walked through. I take that as my cue to leave him alone. Okay, like, don't get me wrong, they are a very cute couple. They are very cute together. But someone's going to assume. Oh no! Oh no! Nah. Instead, I focus on the reason I came here. Pulling a trigger without fear. I stick my earplugs in and my goggles on. Through my prior training, I have at least an inkling of an idea. Not only that, but I have a skill most people can't do. Slowing my heart rate down, I enter my time dilation. Volgor is not straight. He is not straight. He's like bi or some shit. Actually, maybe Volgor is straight, I don't know. Volgor is brosexual. Hiya. After enough practice, I can go in and out of it relatively easily and with little setbacks. The only problem is how long I can actually keep it up for. My artificial heart warms up over the duration, so I have to be careful to not cook myself from the inside out. Even so, it's proven more than useful. I slowly adjust my hands so I can aim the laser at the target's head. Firing my first shot is quite disorienting. Upon squeezing the trigger, my hand jerks up. I can just barely make the bullet out before it hits perfectly. That was only one shot, now I have to deal with the recoil. In real time, it only lasts a second. For me, it's 10 times as long. Spend the rest of my time at the firing range focusing on getting used to firing and recovering from the recoil. Reloading in this state takes a lot of effort. Getting used to what was once instantaneous hand-eye coordination is tricky. He is hot, though. This is good practice. I'm not sure how much time has really passed, but I eventually get used to the point where a single target is not very useful. It's getting kind of repetitive. My chest starts feeling particularly warm, so I take that as a sign to take a break. Coming back to normal time only takes a couple of moments. It comes with the sensation of all the blood draining from my head. It no longer feels like I'm swimming through air. Woo! I hear Silver snicker next to me. It looks like he was watching me the whole time. I take my earplugs out to greet him. What? You always look funny when you're focused like that. Hey, I'd like to see you try it. I wish. It gives good results. He looks down the lane. I landed all my shots on the head and even landed a few where the heart would be. You still have room to improve on your fire rate, but that accuracy is no joke. Hopefully I can make practical use of it during a fight. I'd offer to spar with you later, but I have a job I need to prep for. Oh, is that why you turned down Ring's offer? Yeah, well, mostly. Seriously, Silver, what's going on? I don't want to get into it. You're going to have to eventually. It's heartbreaking to watch from the outside. I got another assassination mission to go on, and I don't want Ring to worry about me. He keeps bringing up that I shouldn't put myself in needless danger, but he doesn't understand what I have to do. It feels like every time we're alone together, we get into a fight about it. I don't have it in me to sit through another one right now. With Kanto's fear of pain, I can see where he's coming from. He doesn't want Silver to get hurt either. You love him, right? Silver doesn't respond. I don't think avoiding it will do either of you any good. I know. I just don't know how to get it through his head that this is something I have to do. Is it? Yes! And I don't need you, him, or anyone else telling me otherwise. His fur starts to rise, as expected. I respect him for sticking to his guns, but I can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. Which just makes it all the more painful to watch. I see. Then there's nothing I can really say to help then. I'm sorry. I appreciate the offer. Believe me, I'm not mad at you or him. I just need people to leave me alone sometimes. That's all. I can make my own decisions too. I can't argue with that. Just know that your actions affect the people around you, okay? I have to get going. I probably won't be home tonight. You might not even see me until after my trip. Anything I can do to help? Yeah, practice your form. An assassin should look intimidating when they kill someone. You look like you have noodles for limbs sometimes. I'll try to work on that then. Appreciate the advice. Come back alive or I'll make sure you're my first confirmed kill. I look forward to it. I'll see you later. With that, Silver makes his way out of the facility. I look down at the gun in my hand, giving an assassin relationship advice a mile underground. I still can't believe where I've ended up in life. I put all of my personal belongings in my axiom and then head out as well. I have a late afternoon lunch date with a certain tiger. Ooh. Ooh. Did Cyrus and Aaron finally get together? Did they finally get together? Please tell me they did. Please tell me they did. Please tell me they did. Oh my god. Oh my god. The gay is coming out. Aw. Okay. It's the middle of the week, so the bar isn't very busy yet. I have Aaron all to myself, for the most part, while I sit at the bar. Aww. He still has about 3 hours left on his shift, so I offered to keep him company before he gets off. This has been a regular occurrence since we got back from our trip. Lately, he's been having a glass of fruit milk ready for me, complimented by a tiny paper umbrella. We've gotten quite comfortable with each other, at least I'd like to think so. Whenever I realize Silver isn't coming home at night, I text Aaron if I can sleep over at his place. Sleeping near someone puts my mind at ease, I found out. Aaron's meticulously cleaning some dirty glasses while I sip on my drink. Hey Axel, can I ask you something? Oh? Sure, Cyrus. What's up? Feel free not to answer, but I've been wondering. Why do you keep your eyes closed all the time? Are they sensitive to light or something? Oh! Aaron sets the glass he finished cleaning up on the shelf, before turning to me with a sheepish expression on his face. It's kind of an embarrassing story, to be honest. Do you really want to know? That only makes me more curious. Please? Okay, fine. He chuckles as he leans down on the bar in front of me. He's looking very dapper. When I first joined the Resistance, they had us stuck doing menial tasks. It was sort of a way to gauge how trustworthy we were. Though Xavier helped us climb the ranks a little bit, it didn't take long before we got more serious work. I remember it now. Xavier said there was an orphanage that got caught in a resumed power struggle. Wasn't anywhere notable, so barely made any headlines. We were sent to go help the faculty and kids. Didn't seem like work I was suited for, but coming from an orphanage myself, I felt like I had an obligation to help out. Xavier was much more useful than I was. He helped entertain the kids while Rose and I moved the rubble. Lance struggled with it at first. He wasn't used to doing organized work like that. He liked doing things his way. At some point, Xavier called me over to meet the kids. which turned out to be a mistake. For better or for worse, I'm pretty tall, so when I loomed over the kids, they started crying. One of them even said I had scary eyes. In order to try to calm them down, I closed my eyes and then sat down on the ground so I'd be closer to their height. Xavier giggled at the whole ordeal, which made me a tad embarrassed. This is so cute. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. Fuck. Ah! Ah! This is even cuter. Ah! Ah! Fuck! After they saw I was no threat, they started to play on my back like I was a jungle gym. I kind of just froze. I don't want to accidentally hurt them by moving, which only made Xavier laugh even more. As awkward as it was, it made me feel happy that I could help these kids somehow. Ah! Shit! My heart! This is so adorable! It's so adorable. It's so adorable. I can feel my heart melting right now. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. I can feel my heart melting. I can feel it melting. Wait, did I already read that thing? As awkward as it was, it made me feel happy that I could help these kids somehow. The staff eventually called the kids over for lunch at the makeshift camp we helped set up. Okay, you can relax. They're all off of you. I let out a sigh of relief. I've been through a lot, but that was one of the scariest situations I've ever been in. Aw, don't say that. They were having fun with you. You say that, but it made them piss their pants at first. Are my eyes really that scary? What? No, well, not to me anyway. I grumbled to myself. The last thing I want is to scare the very kids I'm trying to protect. That was so cute. It was so cute. It was so cute. So cute. So cute. So cute. Xavier always reassured me my eyes weren't that bad, but I just wanted to be careful. And ever since, I've kept the habit of closing them. Aw, that's both adorable and kind of sad. I hope it didn't hurt your feelings or anything. At first it did, but I got over it. Besides, after all that's said and done, it made me happy that I could cheer up those kids. That's good. At least. Still, there is one thing that bugs me. What's that? I think your eyes are beautiful. I wish I could see them more often. Aw, Cyrus, you're going to make me blush. He's just... He's just so soft. He's just soft. His ears lay back in embarrassment before leaning down to the point where we're eye level. He is so close I can just barely feel the breath coming from his nose. He slowly opens his eyes and gives me a coy expression. Since you like them so much, I thought I'd give you a closer look. What do you think? Are they still beautiful? I can feel myself go beet red as he teases me. And you were talking about me making you blush. Yes, they are still very pretty. Happy now? He reaches his paw up to pat me on the head. Delighted. Thank you, Oh, shut up. Aaron chuckles at my flustered disposition. At this point, I'm sure he's aware of my feelings for him. I'm really not subtle at all. He hasn't made a move, and neither have I. I've never been the type to initiate a relationship. Still, he's certainly not afraid to tease me. Handsome asshole. I like that about our relationship. Besides Silver, I'd say he's the person I'm closest to. Aaron's axiom beeps, catching both of our attention. He quickly reads the message and then gasps. What? Is it something bad? On the contrary, your request to meet with Titania has finally been approved. He says with a little reservation and still smiles. She says she wants you to have a private conference call with you next week. I'll forward you the message. She wants you to try to pitch something to her. What do you mean? In short, she needs to make sure you're worth bringing onto the team. She acknowledged your passion, but we do dangerous work. If you're not up to her expectations, I can't imagine she'll hire you. A pitch. It's been a while since I've had a job interview within any capacity. How about later, tonight, you come over to my place and we can brainstorm together? Absolutely! I mean, yeah. That sounds good. Fuck, I will make the cuteness overload right now. I will make it right now. Except I don't want to make it right now because it'll be a pain in the ass to make. Smooth. The smoothest. After our little lunch date, I decided to head back to my room and relax. I surfed the gate for a couple of hours before deciding it's a good time to head over to errands. I don't think I'll ever get over just how impressive the Axiom is. I was able to pack everything I need to spend the night in just minutes. It'll be cold on Lambent Peak, so I decided to wear my jacket. Due to all of my training, I'm able to fill it out more. Good. I'm not the biggest fan of wearing baggy clothes while in public. After double-checking everything in my Axiom, I make my way out of my room. Upon turning the corner towards the capsule port, I'm surprised to see Silver. He's talking to someone. I swear I recognize him from somewhere. And he doesn't look too happy. Look, it's not your business or anyone else's. Aw, sweetie, don't be like that. You know you can tell me anything that's troubling you. Only so you can potentially use it as blackmail. I know how you operate. We both know I have more than enough dirt on you and everyone else. I don't need any more blackmail. I need any more to blackmail you with, thank you. Oh? She towers over him easily with those high heels she's wearing, adding to his predicament. She looks like she might be able to turn me straight. The woman is teasing Silver to the point where he starts to bare his fangs. I've never seen him so agitated before. To try to help him out, I attempt to step in. Oh, hey, Talon. Back so soon? Both their ears turn toward my direction. Silver groans. Oh, for fuck's sake! Hi! Oh, you must be Cyrus. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. See, like, I figured out who I am. I identify as androsexual. I am attracted to masculinity. Hi, you must be Cyrus. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. The woman turns her attention toward me, letting me get a good look at her. With those heels, she's a couple inches taller than me. Her pink business suit matches her pink fur, which I assume is dyed. Call me Crystal, hon. Pleasure. She tries to offer me a handshake with a warm smile on her face. When I glance at Silver, he just shakes his head. Not wanting to make the situation any more awkward than it already is, I shake her hand. Yes, I'm Cyrus. It's nice to meet you too, ma'am. My, how formal. Respect goes a long way, you know. Little Snowball here could learn a thing or two from you. She gives an exasperated sigh. After all this time, you think he'd consider me his mother? I don't need a mother, Crystal! He emphasizes her name heavily. You'd be surprised just how important having parental figures is for someone growing up. Ash is such a sweetie. Wonder what happened. Silver puffs up. You really think you have the audacity to say that? We went through hell because of you. Now, we both know that isn't true. Oh, really? Hey, Cyrus. Yes? How'd you feel about someone knowingly sending you and your brother to be experimented on? Talon, we've been over this time and time again. At the time, I felt that reporting and showing you to the world was the only thing we could do. Your existence being known to the country was protection in and of itself. You let them take us. We almost died. If that's how you want to interpret it after all this time, then there's nothing I can do. Oh. What? Silver whips his head back toward me, which makes me jump. Crystal chuckles. Is Crystal Silver's mom? I'm gay again. I'm gay again. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I just realized where I've seen her before. Now, think back to the articles and videos I've watched over the past couple months. She was a prominent figure in the anti-resume propaganda. I've watched a few of your news stories. Not many, but... I know. Hard to forget someone as stunning as I am. Stop! You're too much! Silver grumbles as he stares bullets at her. But yes, thank you. I'm a reporter out in the real world. Down here, well... She's the leader of the intelligence unit. She knows everything there is to know about the Resistance, including those who work for it. You're no fun! Sorry, growing up in Resume kind of does that to you. But you should know about all that. Unless you're finally slipping up. We both know that it isn't true. If you want, I can share your baby pictures with Cyrus. What the? How? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I still slipping up? I know everything to know about everyone, including your hospital records. I want to see Silver baby pictures. I was born in a hospital. You sure were. If you give me a kiss on the cheek, I could show you Ash's baby pictures too. What do you say? Fair trade? Aww. Crystal. Crystal. Can you please show us Silver's baby pictures? Please. Please? Silver is shaking at this point with his fists balled up. He quickly looks back and forth between the two of us. Silver starts to pout as he motions for her to get closer. Wait, is he actually going to do it? Crystal chuckles as he leans down toward him. He paused for a moment before puckering his lips and slowly moving closer to Crystal's cheeks. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Just as he's about to make contact, Crystal stands up straight and then pats Silver on the head. See, I knew you were a sweetie. Don't worry. I'm not going to embarrass you that much in front of your friend. But... Crystal opens up her bright pink axiom and quickly taps the screen. Soon after, one of Silver's axioms beep. Now, don't say I've never done anything for you, Kay! Still puffed up and agitated, Silver puts his hood on and then stomps away. I've never seen him make so much noise on an exit before. Just need to push the right buttons. I think it's good for him to let his frustrations out like that. Goodness knows how much he keeps it in. She turns her attention to me. I hope you can take care of him for me, Cyrus. As you can see, we don't always see eye to eye. She sighs, which seems to be genuine. Honestly, I don't know what to do about that boy. I can't speak for him, but from this conversation, I think he's pretty comfortable around you. You really think so? I've never seen him get angry like that. He's at least comfortable enough to drop his tough guy act. Ha! How heartwarming. If being the lightning rod is all I can do, I guess I'm satisfied with that. As for you, Cyrus, I hope you've been settling in well. It was no easy feat to get you out of there. Yes, ma'am. Thank you again for your help. She chuckles. It is a breath of fresh air talking with someone so polite. The fox smiles at me, looking me over as if she was inspecting me. I understand you're meeting with Titania soon, right? Yes, I am. I guess by knowing everything in the Resistance, she knows all about me too. Wonderful. I'm sure you'll do fine. If you need any advice for your meeting, feel free to send me a message. Crystal crosses her arms with a serious look on her face. I know Titania better than anyone. While she might be willing to pull some strings, please keep in mind that your safety is a top priority. If you don't prove your capabilities to her, she won't let you join. That being said, you just need to show your talents and what you can bring to the table. You don't need to be built like a brick house to be useful. You're an experienced killer. We have other jobs we could offer. Take the next few days to figure out what makes you you, and how you can become a valuable asset to our cause. Crystal swipes on her axiom, sending me a message with her contact information. Again, if you need advice, I'm only a message away. I see. Thank you for your help. I'll think hard about it. Good boy. I'll see you later, Ghost of Resume. I nod and she takes that as her cue to walk away, heels clicking down the hall. I turn my Axiom on to read the message she sent. I nearly choke on my spit as I see a picture of Silver as a baby attached as well. Aw, okay. Right? Instead of transporting directly to Aaron's apartment, I decided to shop around Lambent Peak. I had the idea of buying him a gift as a thank you for letting me stay the night. I don't have a lot of plumes on me, but I should be able to afford something. It's the least I can do. Window shopping is a tad awkward around here. Everything is either really expensive or incredibly niche. I don't recognize a lot of gizmos and gadgets as I walk past. I don't want to spend 200 plumes on a pair of glass tongs. Wait, what's something Aaron would like? Oh, I know! I rush to the only grocery store on the mountain. Everything looks fancy as hell. It's a small shop. They just ported anything you buy up to the counter. Hello, sir. I haven't seen you around. Are you new to the peak? Oh, no. A friend of mine lives up here. He's actually why I've come in. Do you happen to sell fish at all? Of course. What kind would you like? The best you got. I just start running halfway to the condo. Even with the help of Vita, my back gets cold really easily. Kicking off the snow, I quickly make my way inside. Aaron answers the door almost immediately. How can you look even more handsome, Aaron? There you are. I was worried you had gotten lost. Oh, hell, I guess I am almost 20 minutes late. Sorry about that. I went to do some shopping on my way over. Oh, what'd you buy? I confidently hold up a sizable package wrapped in paper. Just a little something to show how much I appreciate you. Huh? Wait. That smell. Is that the biggest salmon the market had in stock? Excuse me? That must have been so expensive. Good thing I'll be starting to work soon, right? That's not even a guarantee, and Aaron's stomach starts to rumble, which makes me laugh. But what? I skipped lunch today. Okay, fine, get in here. Okay, okay. No, Aaron isn't boyfriend material. Aaron is husband material. Aaron pulls me inside and then shuts the door before huffing. You know you don't have to spend that kind of cash on me. Oh, does that mean you don't want the fish? That's not what I said. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Cyrus. I appreciate the gesture. He starts to ruffle my hair playfully. But let's wait until after you land the job before you start spending that kind of money, alright? Hey, come on! I have a fantastic resume, thank you very much. Oh yeah? Hit me with it. Well, you see... Does a 300-year-old doctorate count? Probably not unless you renewed it. No. How about living for 300 years? That's got to be worth something for endurance. I used to have to pick you up because you got too tired to walk. Psh, that was months ago. I'm totally fine now. If you say so. Want to arm wrestle? Cyrus. My hand is as big as your head. I'm pretty sure. Did I stutter? Aaron chuckles. Sigh, I'm not going to arm wrestle you. Please? Aaron sighs. Okay, fine. Little does he know, this is just an excuse for me to hold his hand. I'm so smart. No wonder I was a doctor. Aaron places the wrapped fish on the kitchen island before he has us sit on the ground by his coffee table. Even while we're both sitting down, he towers over me. He places his left elbow on the table, offering his left paw. Do you want me to go easy on you? He asks with sincerity. I puff out my chest and then grab his paw confidently. It's very warm, which distracts me for a moment. Trust me, I'll be fine. Slam. I win. You cheated! All's fair in love and war, Cyrus. He says with a smug look on his face. I'll have to keep that in mind for the future then. Silver's been teaching me how to be stealthy after all. Oh yeah? What else has he taught you? He's been teaching me how to handle a gun too. It's weird, but I'm getting the hang of it. Oh? Maybe we can go shopping for some weapons. Your pitch to Titania could be combat related. That's a good idea. Do you know any good shops? Plenty. Although, Aaron looks apprehensive. What's wrong? I'm still worried about you trying to join the fray. Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy you found that kind of passion, but... Aaron pauses. I just don't want another Xavier situation to happen, you know? I nod. I understand the risks better than anyone. That's why I'm training as much as I can. The conversation reminds me to take one of my medicine balls out of my axiom. Venus helped me to find a good schedule for medication. Karen and Silver have been great tutors too. Plus, I got you here with me. You've all done wonders for helping me build up my confidence. Just trust me when I say that I'll be fine, alright? Aw, Cyrus. Aaron opens his eyes and smiles. Alright, I'll trust you. Just let me know if you ever need help. I'll come running, okay? Only if you ask me for help too, deal? Deal. He offers me his hand to shake. I quickly oblige before trying to bring it down to the table. He doesn't budge. A+ for effort. Had to try. Aaron chuckles before sitting up. Ugh. He puts his paw under my armpits to help me stand up before standing up himself. For old time's sake. Now, how about we start working on that fish? Absolutely. Do you need any help? You can help me set everything up. The recipe is a bit of a process with all the spices and greens I want to put on it. Let's get started then. Aaron pulls out all of the spices we're going to use for the fish. Besides salt and pepper, there's a few others that we'll use in small quantities. He hands me a bottle that's labeled Spriggan. Okay, what's this one? Since so much has changed in the world around me, they've made it a game to see which spices I can recognize even though they have different names. Oh, that's thyme. 100%. Like a clock? Yeah, but it's spelled differently. We mainly put it on meat we cooked in the oven. Well, I am putting this in an oven. That counts, right? Absolutely. Alright, give me another. This one. He hands me a glass bottle labeled Firegrass. It's filled with little red and brown flakes. One sniff is all I need. Woo! Damn! That's definitely crushed red pepper flakes. Hold up. He's wearing a little apron. He's wearing an apron. He's wearing a little apron. He's wearing a little Mr. Apron. I'm gonna do a bit now. Hold up, I'm gonna do a bit. Alright. Aaron, you are the third person I have done this for. You are the third character I have done this for. Aaron. I am down on one knee. Will you marry me, Aaron? Anyways. Fuck. I almost fell. Shit. Fuck. I almost fell. Ah. Who are the other two? The other two were Lars and Dave. Lars from After Class. And Dave from Chord Progressions. I don't give a shit if I'm being cringe. Woo! Damn, that's definitely crushed red pepper flakes. We used to put that on pizza. You're going to use this for the fish? No, I just wanted to see if you could figure it out. Rude. Alright, one more, then we'll get to work. He hands me a vital bottle that's simply labeled cilantro. What's wrong? I take a big sniff of it. Yep, that's cilantro, alright. Aaron chuckles. So this one stayed the same, huh? Looks like it. We mainly used this for Mexican or Spanish dishes. dishes, but it's also common in Asian dishes as well. Adds a nice bit of freshness, especially in something like pho. Pho, huh? I've never heard of it. You remember any other recipes it was used in? I'd love to try them sometime. I could probably help make pho. As for tacos, I think back to the pre-made named taco seasoning Mom used to use on lazy dinner nights. Probably not. I could make the ground beef and tortillas, but I don't know the right spice combination. Then maybe we can make our own. How hard can it be? Between the two of us, not hard at all. Besides, any excuse to eat something with cilantro is welcome. I'm just glad you like it. Both Karen and Lance thought it tasted like soap. God bless them. After we're done eating, do you mind telling me more about the recipes from your time? Sure, but only if you're willing to... Only if you're writing everything down yourself. It'll be good handwriting practice. Aaron beams with excitement as he takes out some stationery from his axiom. Deal! I'd love to learn that, what was it? Cursive? That is something you'll need to find another tutor for. I barely learned that myself. Aww. Just be happy I'm not going to test you on anything. I feel like I'm not a very good teacher. Only one way to find out. Let me get this in the oven and then we can get started. You got it. Aaron smiles as he starts to prepare the fish. I head over to sit at the bar while he works. It's so much fun to hit this control button. Control key. Head over to sit at the bar while he works. I lay my arms flat on the counter so that I can rest my head to watch him. It's calming. Before I knew it, Aaron started to clean up the dishes, even while I was still eating. Aaron scarfed his food down very fast in order to get straight into his impromptu tutoring session. He said it was the best fish he had ever eaten, which made me very happy, though I have to wonder how much he actually tasted. Regardless, I'm more than willing to help him with something he's passionate about. Aaron sets up a table to work at, saying that the coffee table would be too small for us. It's a nice and sturdy table made of wood. It's circular and looks pretty heavy. In typical Aaron fashion, he picks it up with ease. Once he gets a couple of chairs, I put one down, I pull one out to sit next to him. Show me what you can write to get us started. Try writing, hello, my name is Aaron Cosmos. It's nice to meet you. That shouldn't be too hard, give me a second. A second turns into a minute. A minute turns into 2. I pucker my lips. This is going to be harder than I thought, isn't it? When he does finally finish, he slides the paper over to me. Well, what do you think? He asks proudly. So proud that I have to make sure to let him down gently. I don't know, I've never had cilantro. I've never had it, I don't think. This is very good, Aaron. This writing is very good. It's going on the fridge right here. I can barely make out any of what he wrote. Aaron. Your name has 2 A's. Why'd you only write 1? I thought if the first one was capitalized, you wouldn't have to. Who told you that? Kanto. He states sheepishly. Of course you did. Is it really that bad? Well, it's almost illegible. If I didn't tell you what to write, I probably wouldn't be able to make it out. Oh. Hey, don't worry, we can figure it out. Can I see how you're holding the pen again? Sure, just like this. He moves the pen to the paper. His form is fine enough, but I think I see the culprit. His paws are so big, the pen looks like it belongs to a dwarf. There's no way he'd be able to control it with precision. I think we need to get you pens that fit your size. The tiniest movement can ruin your writing. I gesture for him to hand over the pen. Once he does, I write the same sentence he did lower on the page in half the time. Though I haven't written in a very long time, the muscle memory is still there. Whoa! It becomes second nature once you get the hang of it. When we go shopping tomorrow, maybe we can find something better for you to write with. Aaron nods enthusiastically. I love that. Good. I pass the pen back to Aaron. If you don't mind me asking, why are you so interested in learning to write? Well... Aaron scratches the side of his cheek. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. Oh? Enlighten me. I tease him briefly. If you want to, that is. Well, Xavier used to handwrite me love letters when we were together. Ah, is that right? Yeah, I'd find them every now and then. He liked to hide them. Being from a time before axioms, he still handwrote pretty much everything. Aaron has a dopey smile on his face as he reminisces. Makes me happy to see him happy. I see. Can you tell me more about him? Well, it'd take me all night. He says jokingly, but I decided to call his bluff. Good thing we have all night. We can talk about this while I'm tutoring you. How's that sound? Okay, well... Aaron picks up his pen again. Instead of trying to write, I think he's scribbling. Xavier was born during the transition period after the 7 stars landed. Growing up in a desolate land, he didn't have much. Rasoom was the only thing keeping people alive in this part of the country. He happened to live close enough to it. Aaron sighs. Back in the day, Rasoom advertised himself as a paradise after the apocalypse. A very exclusive paradise. Even so, people flocked from all over just for the chance of being let in. As you know, they didn't accept everyone. Xavier considered himself lucky that they accepted him. I thought, wow, my family can finally take it easy for once. They promised they'd take care of anyone they deemed worthy. But I quickly learned what they meant. Because I was the only pristine carrier, I was the only one they took in. I was told my family would be safe outside of Rasoom. I can't confirm if they were or not. I never saw them again. Xavier's face looks hopeful, but I'm sure they were straight up abandoned. I think he knows that, and that makes me ball up my fists angrily. The treatments weren't so bad at first. Over time, they pushed me more and more. Yeah, let me make a note of that. Alright, Doomsday, Nayani, Love and War, Aviva. Alright, I have it written down. It got to the point I had to be in an isolation capsule just to be of use. I wasn't supervised as much as some of the other carriers. That's when we started planning my escape. Xavier sighs. Grant really did want to get me and everyone else he could out of that place. I just wish he got out too. Oh, there's about to be an ad. Fair warning, there's going to be an ad. If you're watching this on Twitch, there's going to be an ad. If you're watching this on YouTube, I don't know. I just wish he got out too. He's still smiling, but I can see a tear well up and then fall down his cheek. Gently, I try to wipe it away with my paw. He grabs it and then strokes my fur. I hope he knows his sacrifice wasn't in vain. All of the information we smuggled out definitely hurt them. And most of all, I got to meet you, Aaron. Aaron sighs sadly while smiling. Even through everything, he remained a positive force of nature. I know I would have given up a long time ago. I never got a chance to reply to any of his letters in a meaningful way. Anytime I tried, they'd just be a scribbled mess. So, I'm still practicing. Maybe I can give him one someday. I see. You really believe he's still out there, don't you? Aaron struggles to answer at first. I do. I really do. I know it. We're gonna wait for about 30 seconds. Alright, then, yeah, I take a deep breath, pushing my feelings down. Let's make sure that the next time you see him, he gets the sappiest love letter ever written. You would do that for me? Absolutely, you're my best friend, Aaron. I want you to be happy. Cyrus, stop, you're going to make me cry. My training must be paying off if I can make someone like you cry, huh? Yes, you emotionally punched me in the stomach. Good. I intend to make sure you have the prettiest handwriting out of everyone. Good luck. We're both going to need it. We've got all the time in the world. Let's get started. Alright, thank you, Cyrus. I really, really appreciate it. You're more than welcome, Aaron. Trust me. Though it hurts, I'm not going to fuck around with Aaron's feelings. He's still grieving after all. I'm still very much interested in Aaron, but if I can ease his pain, that would be enough for me. Right? Alright! Ah! To be continued. Right? Like, oh my god. I was kind of hoping there would be more. I forgot to. Woo! Yeah, let me check the bonus room. Anyways, yeah. I fucking love this game. I cannot wait for chapter 15. Same with Far Beyond the World. I cannot wait for update 14. And anyways, stay safe. Have a good night. And I will see you all tomorrow.